Hi, everybody. It is week 3, and I want to compliment you on a really interesting and kind of intense discussion during week 2. I love it that you've all jumped right in. It's really probably at some level that we're a lot primed right now to be thinking about ethical things because there are so many things going on in the world around us today. And for particularly those of you who work in government agencies, um, uh, but also all of us who read the news, it's really difficult to go a day without having an ethical discussion come up. So, this first example of you guys coming together and talking about these issues has, if this is any precursor of what the semester is going to be like, I can see we're going to have a fabulous semester. So I'm not going to make this long. I want to just point out a couple things. One, thank you to Matt for noticing that there was a mistake in the syllabus. I updated the syllabus anyway because I am trying to get the syllabus in shape to be certified for online class, which we need to have all of our classes online now done. And so I tweaked the syllabus a little bit to provide the certification people exactly what they said they need. And in the process, I found also a mistake, and that has to do with how many responsive posts you need to make to your classmates. In some places in our Blackboard classroom, it says 3, but in one place on the syllabus, it says 2. And so it's actually 3. I just want to let you know. If you only made 2 this semester, I still gave you the 15 points. If you haven't figured it out yet, every week what you basically get is 20 points. You have up to 20 points depending on how good of a job you do for answering the questions I give you for the week. And then you get 5 points for each substantive answer you make to your classmate to jump into the discussion with your classmates' posts, up to 15 points. And you can answer as many as you like, but I cap you at 15 points. So to get the whole 35, you need to answer the questions I put out for you to answer, and then go ahead and make 3 responsive posts from this point forward. Okay, so that's that. The next thing is, normally I don't expect you guys to go backwards after your after Monday morning of the next week starts to look and see the comments that might have come along after Monday. But in this case, I'm going to strongly suggest that you go back and read my comments to you by your posts. And the reason for that is normally, if I have extra comments I want to make after the end of the week and I've read everything, I will put them in an announcement. But this time, what I did was I tried to make an educated guess for each of you about your ethical analytic strength. As I think I said in the first week's video, most of us have one ethical lens, or maybe sometimes two, that we are very strong at. And the key this semester will be to recognize our strength and then put it aside and work on the ones that we're not as strong on, so that we, by the end of the semester, can have strength in all of our toolbox skills. So I, again, urge you to go back and read what I said. Some of you may disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm just trying to make an educated guess based on very little exposure to you. But it will be fun for you to pay attention as we go through the semester and see whether the first approach that you take is to jump out of a particular lens, and notice that about yourself, and then make an intentional effort to set that to the side and think about how would you look at this if you looked at it through the other ethical lenses that we are learning about. You might want to go to the week 3 folder. Again, I've got 5 things that you might want to think about this week. And if you don't want to, I don't think it's mandatory. Everything's in the syllabus, but in a sense, this is just a help to make sure you don't miss anything. If you have any issues or trouble, remember, put them in the hallway conversation discussion board if there's something that you think other people would also need to know the information. If it's more personal or something you would just as soon share only with me, feel free to send me an email. I try to get there to the email box every 24 hours. I don't always succeed, but I do try, and I will see you this week, week 3, on the board.